One of the best questions I ever read online was theoretical, hypothetical questions, I should say, was would you, instead of having, like, when you ejaculate, you have a million tiny sperms, if you had one giant one and then you had to fight it, would you masturbate as much?
Like, how does it fight? Does it, like, whip you with its
I
tail?
don't know.
So wait,
It's something like critters.
I mean, or is that better than having to pay for
But it would only be as
mean-
big as a streak of jizz, right? It wouldn't be like. It would just be like this big.
the way you described it, it sounded basketball
is
size.
is that a better scenario to have to fight it than to send it to college?
Well,
I mean, I'm
Just draw a face on it and start walking it around and bring it to
If
school
you
and
didn't
stuff.
fight it, what if it grew to the size of a basketball over a week, like in your house, and then you're like, oh, I didn't take care of this one. Now I gotta fight the big
Or
one.
like if you lose it, like when it first comes out, it's the size of a marble and it hides.
Yeah.
And it like rolls under your couch. You're like, oh shit, that thing's gonna come after me later.
in the night, it'll kill the
God.
neighbor's
It
cat.
then shed its tail and it's got 2 legs.
God, you just created like the worst horror movie ever.
Oh man.
It's like the facehugger scene in Aliens when they're trapped in the
I'm just gonna go
trapped in
back.
the lab with it.
Oh, yeah, I'm just gonna go back and say no.
Okay.
That's my answer to that question.
Universally, no.
Yeah, I'm gonna say universally.
Colossal no on that one.
Yeah, no orgasm is worth having to fight some sort of mysterious thing that has come out of your body that is waiting for you to fall asleep so it can choke you out later.
Or if you're with somebody else, you had to like team up to fight it. You know, that would be. It'd be
Why
a
would you
huge
be jacking off with someone else?
What do you mean? God?
No.
When you're having sex.
Oh, I thought it was only during jacking off. I'm the idiot because I misunderstood the question.
Gus, don't get me started. That was your misunderstanding. Why? How would somebody else be around when sperm comes out?
You said it comes out when you jack off, not when you have sex. So there's 2 totally different things.
So the woman would be bloody annoyed if you did that, wouldn't she?
She would be pretty
She'd be like,
pissed off.
God damn it. And then she's
they're gonna
Facials would
be-
involve black eyes. You're like, what happened? He came on my face.
They're gonna be annoyed anyway.
Yeah,
I mean,
God, you
no,
make
they're
it
annoyed.
They're gonna
away.
be annoyed anyway. I've learned that.
There's a weird rock
ahead.
that's alive. Have you seen it?
No.
Go on.
There's a creature
Go ahead.
that it's a rock.
It's a rock,
and
right?
it's on you find it on a beach and stuff near other rocks. But you can saw it open and there's guts inside it. It's like a rock with guts, and they slice.
Really?
Yeah, and all it does.
I'm looking this up.
This is how this thing works. It filters in water through the rock.
No.
And it filters out nutrition, and all it does is just have water flow through it. Then, to reproduce, it sprays out eggs and sprays out sperm, and just hopes that some
How
happen
can
in the
there
water.
be-
And then a new rock will grow.
How can there be a species alive today that humanity hasn't figured out a way to eat?
This is it. Look, there it is. That's the rock with guts.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my god.
Yeah.
How have we not?
Hold on,
how-
hold on. That's not in the stream yet. Wait till.
And that is a
Oh
delicacy.
my God.
People will cut these rocks open and scoop out the guts. And
So
eat,
people
and,
do
and,
eat
and
it?
eat them. Yeah.
What
Yeah.
people? What people eat that?
And basically, it doesn't eat anything. It
What
doesn't.
the hell is that?
It's a rock with guts.
It's not a rock, dude. A rock does not have guts. A rock is
what
not
is that?
fucking
It
alive.
might
This thing
look-
was not formed in a volcano.
What is
this thing was
that?
not formed at the bottom of
All
a
right,
fucking
here's the,
riverbed.
here's the question. Here's the question. Was that a rock that something got inside, like a spore, and then expanded?
No, that's the
or
animal.
Is that like a spore that like excretes rock and then builds rock around the outside of it? What's the story with this thing?
It is
And
born
who,
like that.
And who eats it?
I'm Googling rock animal. What does
Lo-
my life become?
Locals eat it raw or in stews, and non-locals describe the taste as
Soapy.
bitter with a slight iodine flavor. What the fuck is an iodine flavor?
Where are these locals from? Where is this?
Yeah, where are locals?
They eat rocks, so they're
Rockford.
from Zelda, right? Isn't that it?
Wasn't that a thing in like the Never-Ending Story? That giant rock that ate rocks.
Living rock is one of the
in
weirdest.
Ocarina of Time, there's a whole race of people that eat rocks. That's what they
Are
do.
these people from Ocarina of Time?
I don't know.
Where the fuck are
apparently.
these people from that are eating rocks?
They're probably in Oz.
It looks exactly. It's not a rock. So it's not. It looks
Science-
exactly like a rock with guts. It doesn't
Well,
tell
so
you.
probably not. Yeah.
You didn't add any information that I didn't give. I was totally right.
It looks like it.
He
It's-
backed it up.
It's
Yeah.
not a rock.
We know you're not insane now.
Yeah.
You did not imagine this.
Yeah. Oh, look,
a
there's a video.
self-sexing secretive intestine.
Please don't talk about stuff on that TV until it's on this TV.
I would hate to be an animal like this clam or this rock that people want to kill you just to like. Oh look, I found this thing and now we have to kill it. Like this guy's gonna stab this thing just to show how weird it is.
Yeah. Get the knife in there.
I don't want to watch this.
Yeah, it's like you
No,
were
I do
literally-
wanna watch
I wonder
it.
You
if
were
it
literally
screams.
just a thing.
Oh!
Well, that's not a rock because he cut it through with a knife. What is that material?
That's
Oh, all right. Why are we watching this?
This is like a big mushroom. Or
This is
something.
a John Carpenter movie.
No, it's like a snuff film for those rock things.
It's like a mushroom.
It's like they took it out to the beach and they fucking cut its head off.
Well, it is. It's like, oh, look, I'm so excited to see this thing. Let me kill it to show you how weird it is.
Well, but it's okay
mean,
though. It's okay though if it's let me kill it and then I'm gonna eat it.
so. Would you be annoyed if someone took a fish out of the ocean on a fishing rod and then killed it?
I would be annoyed if an alien showed up on Earth and said, "Look at these humans, weird. They have all these guts. Watch this," and then gutted me in front of its buddies to show how weird I was.
Well, they weren't doing that for a laugh. He was probably mining out all the stuff. That was
You
in
are
it.
pretty weird.
I
though.
doubt it. It was a fucking. It was like a handheld YouTube video. He's showing his friend how weird it is.
Also, he would have been like, he was showing the camera like the inside of it. Like he was. Like,
Here we go.
Look how weird
Found
this is.
in the shallow waters off of Chile and Peru.
There you go.
I mean, it looks like a tomato on the inside of it.
It's a sea sponge of some kind.
It's a sea sponge, right? See, we knew it.
They're not rocks, Marie. They're minerals.
So,
I fucking love Twitter.
so where is this? So this is not a rock at all.
No.
No,
Where is the rock?
based
I
on the
wanna
fact
know-
that it has blood, it's not a rock. I mean, I hate
Also the
to-
guts.
I don't know if that's blood.
It's red. It's blood.
do
It's on the
s-
inside of an animal. It's
Do
red.
sea urchins have blood?
Sea sponge.
Sea sponge.
Sure.
Is there a difference? I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
sure there is.
No,
but
that,
what
that
is
rock
it?
has blood and the blood is clear.
What?
You know what would make all the difference is if when he stabbed into it, if it went God. See, no one would stab into it.
We were talking about the worst sushi we ever had. The worst sushi I ever had is sea urchin. You ever had sea urchin? Uni?
Oh my god, now you're justifying what Kara's saying in my ear.
What is she saying?
She's talking about sea urchins.
Yeah.
She's talking
Yes.
about Top Chef and sea urchins.
Sea urchins.
Thank you.
I'd like to go eat. You know what we should do is you should have a podcast where we go eat weird shit.
Rock
No.
or food?
Gross.
Let's do that.
Sea urchin, it's like
Sea urchins. Let's go eat
yellow, like neon yellow.
Well, they're different
And
colors.
goopy.
It's like snot.
Yeah.
It's gross.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
does
Like
it taste
snot.
good?
No, it's bad the whole way through.
What if it tasted like chocolate?
like it's the way thing when you go to eat sushi, but it doesn't. What if it was chocolate?
Well, have you
Joel?
eaten it? Have you eaten it?
Yes, I've eaten it.
And what does it taste like?
It's horrible.
What if
It's
you
just
ate
like-
What does it
and
taste
jizzed
like?
a giant sea urchin?
It's got a horrible texture.
What
It
is
is
the
like
sea
it
urchin
is like eating like if you collected a bunch of snot and then decided,
Oh.
I'm gonna eat that.
You're focused on the texture.
I am because that's a big part of it.
Did I ever
What's
tell
it
you about my
taste?
encounter with sea urchins in Puerto Rico? I was at
Like, would you drink a glass of snot? And if and if not, Joel, would you not drink it because you'd be afraid it would taste weird, or because of the slimy, gross texture?
This
Which
is a-
do you think
just,
would put you off a little bit
just
more?
get the dust out? Get the dust out of your system.
Oh,
Get the dust out of your system.
it's horrible. It's like the sushi that you have to put wasabi like directly on it, and then it like
I will eat. I have no
Uni's
problem
gross.
eating a sea urchin. I want to eat a sea urchin.
you can go to any sushi place anywhere in the world and go have uni
Uni?
sushi. Yeah, uni. That's what it is.
when I was in Puerto Rico.
And it's gross.
One time I was on this like really remote beach. It was kind of close to my house, but I liked going there because it was hard to get to. There was never anybody there, so I went out there. I was by myself. The weather was kind of rough that day, so I was swimming. When I was done swimming, I started walking back to the shore. But the problem with this beach, and one of the other reasons there weren't very many people, is there was a lot of shallow rock if tide was low. So I'm walking back to
People
the
wouldn't
beach.
go on the beach because there was rocks.
It's like bad, like really sharp, jagged rocks.
Oh, okay.
So I was snorkeling actually, and I saw these giant urchins, like this big, like basketballs.
Fuck that.
So I'm done swimming. I'm walking back to the shore, and I step on a fucking sea urchin.
Get out of here.
Yeah, so I step on it with my right foot, and I fall. And I fall like face forward into the sharp, jagged rocks. And I land like on my hand and on my forearm. So my arm is just like shredded to ribbons. I've got fucking sea urchin spines in my right foot. And I'm like dragging myself out of the water, like onto the beach. And there's nobody around, like no help. I'm parked like literally like a mile away. I drag myself out of the ocean. I crawl up on the beach. I look, and there's a mongoose running by. And it like stops, and it looks at me. And it just hisses. I'm like, this is my life. I'm gonna fucking die out here in the middle of nowhere. This mongoose is gonna watch me die. And I had to get up and walk a fucking mile with sea urchin in my foot.
Did you not pull it out?
I couldn't. It was too deep.
Oh.
Like it had gone in and then just snapped off.
Every
Oh.
story that you've told me about Puerto Rico sounds exactly like that. So moving is the hardest thing ever. Why is there a picture of a clam on the?
Oh, that's a video that
You did.
We were talking about clams. I wanted to show this video, but now it's irrelevant. You want to show it anyway?
Did someone steal the clam?
Brandon, show the clam. So there's a clam that somebody put on their table, and then they put a bunch of salt on the table, and they discovered a horrible thing about clams. So you put a bunch of salt on
Oh
the table.
no! Does it escape? Oh.
It just
No.
basically
Oh
licks
my
all the salt off the
God.
table.
No.
And it's like I need to find a
What?
new home. Oh, that's
Jesus.
Yeah.
Well,
Apparently the
like how
clams
long
you-
of a period of time is this?
They don't
this
like
real time.
Yeah.
it's real time.
Oh, someone's gonna put one of
Oh
those
my
on.
God!
It's
It
a
like-
snail, basically.
It's a
So
snail.
someone's gonna put salt on their asshole and have one of those lick it all off, aren't they?
Oh my God! Oh my
Why'd you go to that?
Well,
I didn't
I mean,
even
look
I've
at
seen
it.
this
It
video
looks
a
like
dozen
it would
times.
put salt
I
on
never
their
thought of that a dozen times. I've seen this
No,
video.
it looks like it would
Why is
feel.
that the
That
first
hasn't-
thing you go
that
to?
Because that would feel
never
good.
Occurred to me.
He goes,
That-
someone,
that has
someone's gonna
never
think of that.
Occurred to me. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
Oh
horrifying.
my God!
That's a clam you buy at the store.
Well,
and
but you know what's funny
apparently
about
he had
that?
salt on his counter and
You-
he
you
saw
know
it go blah. So,
We should have
mean-
a shellfish race.
Listen.
Also, is that how they get nutrition?
I don't know.
No,
I
it
have no
doesn't.
idea.
It doesn't like the salt, right? I mean, what happened there is he
It
put
loves
salt
it.
in the thing, and it was like, "I'm out of here." It went on the table, and it felt a bunch of salt on the table. It was like, "Well, fuck, that's even worse."
I don't think
that's
so.
what happened, right? If you put salt on a slug, it kills it.
Yeah, I don't think that's the same kind of slug that gets killed
Well,
by
how
salt.
different can it be? It's a big fucking.
It was
muscle.
licking salt. It
I was not.
wasn't-
It doesn't have a tongue.
It
It's
wasn't
not
turning
licking
into
salt.
acid. It was like a giant tongue.
Do oysters
Doesn't have a tongue.
want
That is
salt?
a tongue.
It's a
So
clam.
the third YouTube comment on that video is, "Oh man, this video, I'm high as fuck."
Search arsehole. I bet someone wrote the arsehole thing.
They did. I'll bet you right now. I will load up 3 loads of
Oh
comments,
my
like
God.
click, and I'll
Oh
get like
my
4 pages
God.
of comments, and no one has
No one-
said
so you're
anything.
saying
I
that no
guarantee
one-
I guarantee you someone has said
I
that on YouTube.
guarantee that someone somewhere has been rimmed by a clam.
Oh my God! I'm going to Google.
Clamrimmers.com.
I'm going to Google right now.
All right, I'm looking it up.
It's so easy to be a gay guy. I'm just saying. You can have
What?
animals and nature. that's
What? What?
Easy.
You got it.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Easier to be.
You got to back that comment up with something. Anything.
Animals in nature is what he backed it up with.
How did we go from the
So gay
clam
guys-
to that comment?
Hey, he made the bridge. I just crossed
I
it.
didn't mention gay
You
shit.
made the bridge.
It's not gay. A clam's not gay.
Someone who wants to put a moving muscle up their asshole
Really?
is not straight.
What's that got to do with gay?
Why do you all assume? First of all, why do you assume he's talking about a guy?
If
anyway?
a woman licks your asshole, is that gay?
Oh, fuck! I'm so back away from this. What
It's
was
too
my?
late.
What
I
was
don't know.
my
You
original?
can. You went all in with the comment.
You
at
like
the beginning.
literally took it all. I was like, there we go.
It's maybe like if I watch that video and he goes, oh, somebody can put salt on their asshole. How did you make his comment less offensive? You somehow managed to make that like Gavin, you get out of these conversations all the time. Like the time you and I got in the fight on the live podcast, where I said that you called me out about live media or whatever, or cloud saves.
Yeah.
It was fucking him. If you go back and listen to it, Gavin leans up to the mic and he goes, "Well, you like cloud saves, Burnie," and then he leans back, and you and I get in a fucking fight
Because I
and
know
was
what it
all
does.
him.
What the hell is wrong
I
with
just
you?
light the fuse and step back.
Yeah,
I didn't understand. I was so lost. I was like, I was just talking about cloud saves.
it was him. It was Gavin.
This podcast, from the history of its inception and like every conversation, it's all like that, where
Yeah.
someone will just say like, one thing and it completely deviates, and no one.
Yeah,
is,
like calling out gay dudes. Apparently,
I'm not
apparently
calling them out.
that's part of the MO.
calling them out. Oh,
If there was a creature that was basically the same thing as that clam with a tongue, except
it's not a tongue.
it came out and it was just
Go ahead.
it was a fleshlight to scale.
Gross.
But there was nothing inside it.
It was like the opposite of.
There was no teeth, but you could do it
See,
and it would suck and it would feel better than a fleshlight. And they were say
ahead.
they were traded for this purpose. Would you get one?
Safely, no. I would say probably not. Because fleshlights exist, and I don't own a fleshlight. So I feel confident saying no. Be like, I got a clam job this weekend. I couldn't imagine ever saying that. I couldn't imagine that. And I have to admit that, like, some of the stupid stuff that people have done at a younger age with, like, stuff like that, I just
Wait,
haven't
what?
done stuff like that.
What?
Yeah, me neither.
Like when you talk about putting salt on your asshole.
I didn't put salt on my asshole.
Why would you put salt? on your-
did it.
But you did come up with that idea.
Yeah, I'm
very
saying
quickly.
someone saw that video and then did that.
That somebody was you. You saw
I
it and
didn't do
immediately
that.
thought of that. You immediately thought
I'm
about
thinking
that.
of what an internet person would do.
No, that's just a way of displacing.
There's got to
your
be some kind
thoughts.
of bad health thing about putting salt in your ass.
Well, it's all good for you, isn't it?
Not too much.
Well,
Gavin, really?
What?
You think I mean, if you like, would you eat a bowl of salt, and that would be a good thing to do?
Everything in moderation.
Like salt on your asshole.
Well, it's not like booze. Is it?
Guys,
Is it gonna,
just fuck clams in moderation. That's
does
all we're
it?
asking.
Does salt absorb into your blood like alcohol does? Like, it's not going to be one of those things where
I have no idea.
it gets you saltier because it went in your ass and not your mouth.
I think from everything I've studied, I would think that
I'm gonna say
salt would throw off
like,
your
if
your
I
nervous
have,
system.
Listen,
if anything,
there's an
Right.
old
Yeah.
statement. It says, "Do not put salt on a wound." I'm gonna go by that sort
Calling-
of general guide.
So you're
where
saying your asshole is
anywhere
a wound?
sensitive
Nice catch.
on my body, I'm gonna treat it as such. I'm not gonna introduce any particular potentially sensitive part of my body to anything. I'm not putting salt on my eardrum. I'm not
Yeah.
putting it in my sinus. I'm putting it on my asshole.
It's true. I mean, you got to be. People always die from that kind of thing.
We had a
Like
conversation.
the vodka-soaked tampons.
You
Yeah.
Like when you first came over, and we were downtown, you had read an article on the internet about some guy that had, I guess, shaved off all of his ass hair, and it was this long paragraph about
I
like
made you
how
read it out loud, didn't I?
miserable
Yeah.
that experience was.
And how he's kind of a big dude, and because it was so, there was no.
There was
He
painted
farted and
one
it got
picture.
trapped in his bum cheeks.
what does that mean?
You painted that one picture about like the starfish.
Yeah.
Ah.
This
stays with
paragraph.
me.
you
You all
can-
are having like half a conversation. You're talking in code. I don't know what the
This
fuck
paragraph,
is going
if
on.
you can read it, if you
Connect
just
the
Google,
dots.
just
Connect the
Google,
dots.
don't shave that hair, and that will be the paragraph. It's about a dude who's kind of big who shaved his gooch, and it's one of the funniest things I've ever read. Just
It's pretty
a guy
funny,
talking
and there's
about
a reason in nature for everything.
yeah. That
there's a
is a
reason-
good point.
Like there's a reason
Don't
nature
shave that.
why
Talk
we don't
about
have to put salt
having
on
a clam lick your asshole. But shaving your gooch? No.
No, go look it up.
Look it up.
look
We're
it
not
up.
talking about that. The fuck is wrong with you guys?
Have you ever shaved your gooch?
No.
Waxed it? Well, there you go.
You don't like. You
I've
don't
never had a
like-
clam lick my asshole either. We talked about that.
Have you ever salted your asshole in anticipation of having a clam?
All right, we're at time, you fucking idiots.
Let me ask you a question, a would you rather question. So he was talking about the Google search history stuff. Would you rather post a full frontally nude photo of yourself on the internet or make your Google search history publicly available?
Nude.
Just the nude.
Search history.
That is a really interesting question. That's a what would you? What would
I
you?
would go with the nude in a heartbeat.
What
I
have you
would
been
not want
searching?
people
The
walking
problem is
through my Google
we
search.
look up fucked up stuff
We
here
look
for
up-
work all the time,
all the
and
time.
there's no context on
Well,
it.
that's the thing. I mean, yeah.
And then we also filter what we talk about.
Yeah.
So there's stuff in my search history that's just way
Nude.
worse.
I will show everyone my dick rather than show my search history.
Well, you've come close.
Yeah.
You've already done it. I
If
mean,
you here's the thing, if you could look at your significant other's search history, would you do it? Like their full search history?
No.
that's a
No.
great question.
Everyone needs
would-
privacy.
Everybody needs privacy. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I
Well,
agree
and
with
it's
that.
also like,
But out of
yeah, and
curiosity.
it's also like if you see that, you develop like an idea of what that person is, but that person is not their search history.
It's almost like a track, like a log of your mental train of thought.
Exactly, and it's not
Yeah.
who you are.
You can piece if they're all together within like 20 minutes. You can see why someone went from one to the other sometimes.
It might be better to see the whole because then you go from like
Gives
a
it context.
clam to anus in
Yeah.
a
This might be a good thing to
smooth
do for
transition
chicken. Like
versus
we both start at the top of our search history and start reading down until somebody gets to something that they won't read.
That is an amazing idea for a video.
that's a poker game right there.
I'm even gonna try this real quick. I'm gonna see on mine.
That'd be
real quick.
awesome.
And you on your phone, Gavin? Get yours
So
out.
you can get arrested for googling some things, right?
Well, I don't
don't
think so.
think-
No, I don't think you
We're-
get
if-
arrested
listen,
for it. But
we're
it can
not
be
li-
used-
we're
it
not
can be
living
used
in
as
Russia
evidence in a
yet.
trial.
So I googled child pornography, and that's fine.
Because Google filters it.
Listen,
Right. So you
listen,
end up just reading
whatever.
Right.
If we get to the
You could be
point where
looking for
somebody
a
gets
news article.
arrested over their Google search, we're not in America anymore.